Day 4. We're multiplying decimals today. First, we will do the math by hand, and then we will check our answers with a calculator. When we are multiplying decimals, we first need to move the decimals temporarily to get whole numbers. So for 7.4, we move it one spot to get 74. And for 2.5, we move it once to get 25. We need to remember that we've moved the decimals a total of 2 times so that we can add it back in at the end. For the first problem, I'm going to be using the box method. For the second problem, I'm going to use standard algorithm. You can pick which method you prefer and apply to both problems. So now I have 74 times 25. So I'm going to multiply the numbers that are touching each box. So 20 times 70. Those are some big numbers. I can always temporarily take the zeros out and do 2 times 7, which is 14. And then add in all the zeros I took out. Here I took out 2 zeros, so I'm going to put 2 zeros back on. So my answer is 1400. Then I have 20 times 4. Again, I could take the 0 out and do 2 times 4 to get 8. And then add that 0 back in, 80. 5 times 70. I can do 7 times 5, which is 35. And then add the 0 back in, 350. And finally, 5 times 4 is 20. Once I have done all of the multiplication for each box, I need to add these all up. So, I've written over here my problem. I'm going to add up 1400 plus 80 plus 350 plus 20. So let's start in our ones place. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. You are correct. It is 0. Tens place. 0 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2 would be 15. Add the 5 down here. Carry that 1. Then I have 4 plus 3 plus that 1 would be 8. And finally, 1. Now, our answer is not 1,850 because remember, we have to add back in all the places that we took out. We took out 2, so we need to then go in 1, 2. So our answer is 18.5. Let's check our work here. 7.4 times 2.5 equals 18.5. Day 4. This is the second multiplication problem for day 4. Again, we are multiplying decimals. We're going to first do the math by hand, and then we're going to check our answers with a calculator. When we're multiplying decimals, we need to temporarily take the decimals out so that leaves us whole numbers. For 3.6, if we move the decimal once, it gives us 36. And for 4.8, if we move it once, it gives us 48. We need to remember that we've moved the decimals a total of 2 times so that we can add back in the decimal 2 times. So now that we've moved our decimals, we have 36 times 48. For the last problem, I used the box method. And for this problem, I'm using the standard algorithm. So we're going to start here. 8 times 6, 48. We write our 8 here. We carry our 4. 8 times 3 is 24. And then we need to add this 4. So we get a total of 28. Now that we're moving over to the tens, we need to add our 0, 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2, 14. Now that we've done the multiplication, we need to add these up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. Add the 1 over there. 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 7. And then 1 here. Now our answer is not 1,728. We have to now add back in our decimal. We moved it to the right 2 times, so we need to bring it back in 2 times. 1 place, 2 place. So our answer should be 17.28. We're going to check our answer. 3.6 times 4.8 equals 17.28.